Well, hello everybody. Welcome back to the Bison Workshop. I'm Bob. And I guess we can go ahead and start putting this grinder together. I've got the frame painted. And we got the board ready to go on. Got it ready. And we got our glass cleaned up and nice and pretty. And we've got all of our bushings made. Now all we gotta do is put it together. So we'll get started. Alright, so now I'm going to show you a little bit of what I did. I changed it. It was right here. This bracket was here. I was going to do a hinge where the belt held the motor up and the weight of the motor kept it tight. But I decided not to do that. This year actually worked out for me. This bolt here is actually going into the second one. This one's not even going into anything. It's just sitting there as a way to keep it level, because the weight of the motor is holding down on it. So we just needed to make sure it was straight. These two is all you really needed. And then this is just to keep it level. And then I moved the box to the inside so that you didn't accidentally turn it on. So we got our wires run in. That'll be the last thing that gets done. So now we get to put the head together. So what I did was I turned that bushing right there out of nylon. And it goes on there. And then I put a little bit of grease around it. In fact, put a little bit more on it. I just put a little bit of grease inside the hole here. Now he'll have to re-grease this every time he does it. But to get him started, we've got that grease in there. So then, that bushing will get sandwiched between this and the auger. So when this bolt is tightened down, it will squeeze the bushing up against the auger and hold it tight, and then the outside will turn instead of the rod. Now I don't know how good that's going to work, but we're going to find out. Now I 3D printed one of those bushings, and I knew it wasn't going to work, but I just wanted to get an idea of how to make it and what size I needed it. And it didn't melt. Of course, I didn't run it very long either. So now the bushing turns inside the housing. All right. And this thing's not supposed to run very fast to begin with. All right. Now we haven't seen that done yet. So now we put our blade on it and our cutter plate. And we've got just the right amount of distance on the outside of it. Alright, so now that's ready. Now we need to hook our belt up, and I adjusted it so that it'll go on just like that. You want to take it off, you pull that out, And there you go, it's that simple. Alright. And there we go. So now we need to put the front piece on. Alright, so now we'll go ahead and put this on. Alright, so now we've got that on there. So now, voila. And we have a table that can be readjusted to any height. So we can adjust that all the way down to here. If you've got a big old tall pan, you know, one of the big tall, but I don't imagine he'd be going any lower than that right there, but he's got plenty of options. So he can raise that to there, put a flat pan. So it would be nice if we had a way that we could hook that right there or hang it somehow. Damn shame we didn't have a hook. However, I could put a little slot in that right there and let it hang right there. I might do that, guys. Just put a little slot right there to where it goes down on this, and that way it can just sit right there, and then he can just lift it up, put it in place, and voila. So now I need to hook the electric up, and I'm not going to do that on video. I'm going to go ahead and hook the electric up, and then we'll be back. Alright guys, we're ready to test it out. I've got the electric hooked up to it, and the switch, and my shelf, and everything's ready to go. Let's put some power to it. Alright, we got her plugged in. Let's flip our switch. And there we got it. I feel like it's spinning too fast. But I guess that's how fast he usually spins it. Because he said that the pulley, this pulley here, and that pulley was the same as the one he had on it before on another one. So I asked him about this pulley, if it needed to be brought a smaller one, and he said that's the same size as on his. So this is the actual belt that was on his. This is the actual pulley that was on his. Now he's got to get him another pulley because he's got two of these grinders. This one here was borrowed off of his other grinder to put on this to test it out. So once he gets it back, he's going to have to switch this one back and forth from one grinder to the other one. Unless he's running two of them at the same time, he's going to have to get another pulley. I don't know where you get these 12-inch pulleys, but good luck. But there's the grinder build. Let's unplug her there. Here's part of my first bushing I made. There's my first bushing. I cracked it because I was trying to make it a press fit on the shaft so that the outside would spin and not the shaft side. But I went to press it on there and it just busted. So, oh well. But anyway, there's the grinder. But we're not done with it yet. We got one more thing that needs to go on this. That's right, the Bison logo. So we're gonna put that Bison logo right here. That way it's underneath the shelf. So let me get a couple holes drilled in this and a couple pop rivets, and we're gonna pop rivet it in there. Or stick it on. We might find some tape and stick it on there. So now we're gonna decide where we want to put it, and I think right there at about that 1, 2, 3, right in between 3 and 4 hole. There's two hole, or a bunch of holes there. So we're going to take this off, and I found some of this two-sided 3M tape, and this is what you use for putting the mirrors on your car when you replace the mirror. And they're pretty nice stickers. So we'll just stick one right there, and then we'll stick another one on it. Got to have the Bison logo on it. I mean, I did build it. So we'll put that on there, and then I'll take my scissors and trim it. So we're just going to take and trim that. Well, it would help if it stayed stuck. It didn't stick. I swear that dog don't bark a bit during the day. But when it comes nighttime, he's all on it. So we're going to put that sticker right there. And there we have it. Bison logo. I think he'll be happy with this. I'm sure he's happy with the price. Price is free. So now, there it is. Now if he wants to go and put panels on the side, that's entirely up to him, but I don't think he's going to be worried about that. But there's the grinder. That's right, built by Bison. So, hope you guys learned something. And maybe you guys can teach me something. If you guys think that that's going too fast, I would agree with you. If you think it ain't going too fast, I'll disagree with you. Why bother, right? Anyway, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. You guys have a good one. Later. Before you go, guys, check that out. I did the slots. So now it just hangs right there on the side, and you can see the logo right through it. Check that out. Is that cool or what?